Mike, you can't do it yet because it won't do it until 7 o'clock. Mike,
Shh.
they can't hear it. Okay, now it's on.
What if there was a podcast where one NFL legend talked about football? What about two NFL legends? This is Wideout's World, where the gridiron comes alive. NFL legends Irving Fryar and Michael Timpson, breaking down the game from the ultimate insider perspective. Game recaps, upcoming previews, and exclusive analysis straight from the minds of those who've been in the trenches. Wideout's World. Let's do it.
Are you ready for some football?
We're ready for some football, baby.
Hey, hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome,
I don't know
welcome.
I don't know how you got to do that. I don't know how you got it to start before because you scheduled the show and it's supposed to start at 7 o'clock. You started it 6:59. I don't know how you did that, but it worked.
6:59 and some change.
It's on right now.
You know what's the coaches used to always say? If you on time, you late. So we were early.
Yeah.
So that means we was on time.
But this is
What?
You made it work. You did it. What's up, y'all?
Howdy,
I don't know how
everyone.
you did it, but you did it.
This is
Why
Wideout's
you look so
World.
low, man? Why, you got me sitting up high and you down low. Should I scooch down?
Nope. I don't know. We ain't next to
You
each
gonna
other, so I think we'll be all right. And if I mess
We
around
are
with my
next to each
chair
other on the screen.
on the screen, but see if I
Yeah.
mess with my chair and then it go down, then I'm all jacked up.
No, you got to pull your camera down.
I just did.
You did. It
Yeah.
didn't work.
So, Wideout's
Okay.
World. I'm Michael Timpson. This is my partner in crime, Irving Fryar, and we're like this. And he's gonna come down because if I mess mine up, then he'll be talking about me.
I can't. You want me
Okay.
to scooch down?
So we are here at Wideout's World. This is week 12, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're messing with technical difficulties. See whether
You want me to
I'm
scooch
gonna sit
down?
high.
I can't
gonna-
stay like
I'm
this the
gonna-
whole show, man.
I'm gonna rise up like that. Yeah. Okay. Is that better?
That's better.
That's better. Okay.
But I got.
I'm
Yeah. Okay, I can come up with a little bit now. All right.
So
I can sit like this the whole show.
So we are here, Wideout's World, where we talk about all things NFL from a wide receiver perspective. So we're happy that you're joining us tonight, which is Turkey Week. So happy Thanksgiving early, and hope all your Turkey days go well. Irv, I got a picture. I'm going to show it to you a little bit later. That is going to you're gonna get a good chuckle out of it. So I'm gonna save it for later.
When I'm doing the show, I'm going to show you a picture that I have of us too. I was going to show it last week, but I forgot to put it up. But I just got a picture of some pictures, and one of them just so happened to be you and I in uniform.
All right. Well, you ready to jump in it, brother? You ready to jump
Let's
on in?
jump, man. You know what? Listen, there are just some crazy games this past week, and even the teams that we thought would be the upper echelon, the higher tier teams, they're all up and down.
Yeah.
Every last single one of them. Nobody has just and remained at a certain level of play. They have all, even the teams, or particularly the teams that we deemed at the beginning of the season to be the higher tier teams.
But that happens all the time.
Some games. Yeah, but it's happening all across the league now.
Yeah.
Where they're up and down, like the Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills got the brakes beat off of them, man. What you call them? Put it on them.
Yeah.
The Houston Texans.
Yeah.
That defense was like a pack of dogs, man.
Yeah,
Hungry
they were.
wolves.
They
They
were.
were them cats. I didn't realize they were that good, number one defense in the league. But I'm watching that game and I'm like, man, they're giving Josh Allen fits. He couldn't do anything.
Was it 8 times?
He couldn't do. They were flying around. They were having. Wow, man, that was just very, very impressive. But the record, they're 500. Well, they're 6-5 now. But,
and we kind of wrote them off.
I mean,
we kind of wrote them off because we were just like,
Well, we never wrote them on because they're the Texans,
Right.
but now, man, if they get in the playoffs, somebody's in
That
trouble.
defense, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's in trouble. If they get in the playoffs, somebody gonna catch it.
All right, so with that in mind, let's jump into the NFL news. I'll
Okay.
let you go first since I'm hosting tonight. You're the guest,
Okay.
so to speak. So you go ahead and go
So to
first.
speak. So I'm just going to continue because I wanted to do this, and hopefully it would happen from last week about Shador Sanders. Last week he got in at the latter part of the game, or actually second half, when Dylan Gabriel went out with a concussion. He still has a concussion, so he got the start for this week, and his first start was his first win, which I don't think people really anticipated that happening. I don't think people really, were wanting that to happen. People thought, I think, differently, and it was interesting to do a little research about something that we did not necessarily know that he was doing that actually helped to prepare him for when he finally got an opportunity to start. They were doing something called the Hungry Dogs period. It's an 8 to 10 minute extra reps for those who need it. And it had a focus. It would always be a focus on for that particular week. So it wasn't random or it wasn't scout team reps. It was during practice or more than likely it was after practice. And then Shador was doing this, getting these extra reps, which obviously helped to prepare him, according to him. And then after they would do the reps, he and Coach Kevin Stefanski, they'd get together and they would critique what he did, the plays that he had an opportunity to go over. So last week when he came in the second half, he didn't do very well. 4 of 16, 47 yards, and an interception, one interception. This week he played decently, 11 of 20, 209 yards. He did have an interception, but he had this. He was running and threw this dime to Isaiah Bond for the Browns' longest. It was the Browns' longest offensive play of the season, 52 yards. So he's playing, at least this past game, his daddy was there too. But he played well. And to Shador Sanders, your first official start. And he talked about this during the week, having the opportunity and time to prepare for a team a whole week, as opposed to, the backups don't get much in terms of time or preparation on the field. They do in the classroom because they get the same thing everybody else gets in the classroom, but not on the field. So he played well. And it's said that he played well enough, particularly if Gabriel's not going to be back with a concussion, but he played well enough for Stefanski to start him again this week.
Okay. Well, late this afternoon, Stefanski said that Sanders will start. And Gabriel has passed concussion protocol.
Right.
So that was my news as well to talk about Sanders. I thought he did well. I'm past that part. I'm still stuck on Stefanski and his issue with him because nobody wants to say it, but it's pretty apparent when you see their interaction or lack thereof. And here's another thing that stuck out to me. When they were on the goal line, both times, at least twice, if I recall it correctly, he took him out and put in the Wildcat.
In the Wildcat, yeah.
You can say that's the game plan. You can pass by that. I just don't think so, just because of the lack of interaction and what's been going on. Because here's my take on it. I really believe Stefanski was all about Dylan Gabriel. That was his pick. I believe management picked Shador. And I think it is his intent to make sure that Dylan gets all the action, the applause, so therefore he doesn't look bad for not wanting Shador Sanders. That's how it looks like to me. So I really believe he would have. This is what I was afraid he was going to do. You know how you don't lose your position because of injury?
Right.
I really thought he
You're
was
not
going to
supposed
pull
to.
that.
Right.
I really thought he was going to pull that and still start Dylan Gabriel once he passed concussion protocol. I really thought he was going to do that. But something's going on there. I just hope that Shador plays well enough so he can get a fresh start somewhere else. But something is certainly, when the Wildcat, he did that once, I was like, okay, Then he did it again.
Mm-hmm.
Why not have him,
Right,
Shador
right.
in as a quarterback and hand it off to Judkins? I mean, just
Right.
to
And
get
as if he was trying to keep Shador from scoring.
exactly. There you go. There you go. So that's
But
my
he was
take on
but
it. Something's up.
but Stefanski was a partner. He actually they were developed by him, or put that program or the plays at the end of the practice, the Hungry Dogs period.
Mhm.
That was created by Stefanski, and Stefanski stays extra time or spends extra time with Shador. Had been spending extra. It's I mean it's up and down.
Right.
What is very disheartening for me is that we see this a lot now, not just in the NFL but professional sports, where all of these other
Factors.
variables,
Yeah.
factors become more important than winning.
Yeah.
People's feelings and opinions, and he's my guy and he's not my guy. That all that stuff starts seeping in,
Mhm.
and it makes everything murky and cloudy and ugly when we're supposed to be all working together to get wins.
Yeah.
Because that's what matters the most. That's not statistics. The only stat that matters is the wins,
Yeah.
wins and losses.
Well,
And it's just all over the place with a lot of teams and a lot of players, and it's really at times just really, really disappointing.
mm-hmm. Well, he gets to play again, and they have the 49ers this week. So he'll get even a better test to see where he actually is. And,
Right.
Let's just keep him in perspective. He's a rookie. Doesn't change
Right.
it. He's a rookie
Right.
with lack of experience. So he's going to have some ups and some downs.
Well, he won the game this past week, yesterday, but he threw an interception.
Right.
Ugly interception.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's say hello to everyone. Eddie C's out there. Don's out there. Hello, everyone. Loving My Destiny's there. So hello, everyone that are watching, that are just listening, that are not watching, that are not signed in. It's okay. We're not coming after you. We're not ICE, so we're not going to come after you. So we appreciate you giving us your ear this Monday evening. Hey, I got another bit of news for you. Jamar Chase came out and apologized. Now, he apologized for the spitting incident. Here's my problem with that. I appreciate it. I think it was very professional of him to come out, because remember, he denied it for a minute until they had cameras and all that kind of stuff and confirmed that he did, in fact, spit on Jalen Ramsey. But here's the problem I'm having. He said he apologized in a written statement on social media to the Pittsburgh organization. He did not apologize to Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very disappointed in that. He's a
Yeah,
grown man,
he
makes
didn't
his
spit
own
on the
decisions.
organization. He spit on the dude. Yeah,
There you go.
Spit on the individual.
So I'm just hopeful that he'll get a chance to reflect on that. He has some good, strong people in his corner that will say, hey, Jalen Ramsey is the one that you did that. Yeah, he had on a Pittsburgh jersey, but you did that to him, the man.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope that he'll have a bit of revelation and come and apologize to Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that's just unacceptable. What that's really, really animalistic. You really lost your, just no scruples at all.
Yeah.
That's you spit on somebody, we fighting, and that that's the way
You're
it goes.
throwing hands. Well,
Yeah.
that came out today. I was happy to see that he had a bit of revelation to himself to say, hey, self-reflection, I should say, and say, hey, you know what, that wasn't. He says he was wrong, but he needs to finish it. He needs to finish what he started, in my opinion.
All him, or maybe coaches, owner had a little something to do with making sure he made that apology.
Well,
what do you think?
I would like to think
Given
so.
the fact that he didn't say anything, he said it to an organization, not to the one person that he spit on.
Right. So we'll see as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So top wideouts this week. So every week that we do our wide outs. So now this week we have some wide receivers to pick from as opposed to tight ends. So I'm
Right.
interested to see who you got this week in terms of the top wide outs in week 12 in the NFL.
All right, well, these are mine. I don't care if you agree with them or not. So my number 3 is Wan'Dale Robinson of the Giants. They lost 34 overtime to Detroit, 34-27. He had 9 receptions, 14 targets, 9 receptions, 14 targets.
Okay.
156 yards, 1 TD, 6 first downs, 40-yard was his longest, and 17.3 yard average. So he opened up, in the opening drive, he caught a big flea flicker for 39 yards, a TD. He had a 40-yard reception in the first quarter as well. All 4 of his first quarter receptions totaled 106 yards with 1 TD, which is impressive. He got one quarter, and he got he got the 100 yards and a TD. But he finished up with 156 yards and 9 receptions. So he is, and being on the Giants is tough, man. You got Jameis over there throwing the ball all over the place. So hats off to him and he's playing well. But it's tough. This, I know this. It's tough to play on a team, particularly be a wide receiver, because we're dependent on everybody else on that offense. If the offensive line doesn't block, we ain't getting the ball. If the quarterback doesn't throw it in a decent manner, we ain't getting the ball. So if they don't pick up the blitz, the backs, the running backs, then we ain't getting the ball. Yeah. So receivers depend on that entire offense to be able to perform and produce. And he's been doing a good job. He is one that's a formidable threat through the air for the Giants. My number 2 is Jackson Smith in Jigba. That's how you say it. In Jigba, yeah, with Seattle. They won 30-24 at Titans. He had 8 receptions, 10 targets, 167 yards, 2 TDs, 5 first downs. 63 was his long, and he had a 20.9 yard average for the day, which is cool. Yeah. He right now, or at least in this game, was the only threat that Seattle had in the terms of the pass. He had half of Sam Darnold's completions and 2/3 of the total passing yards. He had a 63-yard reception, a 56-yard reception, and he's caught 100 yards, caught 100 plus yards, 8 out of the 11 games so far this season. So he's having a good season.
Great season.
But I just think that with Sam Darnold, he's the same in terms of Jared Goff. They do well during the season. When they get pressure, they fall. Sam Darnold falls apart. He disappears in the postseason. If he makes it to the postseason, every time he's been to the postseason, he falls apart. Great during the season, man. They've been balling, having a great season right now. But when they get to the playoffs, Sam Darnold just doesn't show up. Jared Goff does the same thing because the heat gets turned up. It gets a little bit faster in the playoffs, a little more intense, and it's do or die. And teams ratchet it up. And he has not been able to respond. So, yes, and Jigba is my number 2. George Pickens is my number 1. I hate to pick him.
Wait, you can't hate to pick him. You can't.
Well,
this is wide out world. You can't hate to pick a wide out.
Well,
no matter who team he's on.
Well, because he's on Dallas. So that, and everybody's getting on my nerves right now because Dallas Eagles gave up a 21-point lead and
just hold Dallas on. We'll get to that. Hold your horse.
They're getting on my nerves right now. So obviously Dallas won 24-21 against the Eagles. Here's what's impressive about, and when I heard this, and I put him number 1 at that point, 9 receptions, 9 targets.
Boom. Yes, sir.
For me, that's impressive. No wasted anything. Yes, no wasted plays. No wasted energy.
He was open.
9 targets.
He was open.
9 receptions. He was open. He was open every time. 146 yards, 1 TD, 43 yard reception was his longest. 7 first downs, 16.2 yard average. That was great. 3 of his catches went for at least 20 yards. So this is the 6th time this season. Pickens is balling. He actually is becoming the number 1 guy. He's becoming Dak's favorite guy. And CD's just talk about this in a minute.
I don't know
CD's
what's wrong with
messing
him.
up. I don't know. He's still my dude, but
I know
boy, he's
he was
just
your
messing
dude
up.
from day one, but right now
Now
you're getting ready to say he's the number 2, so he ain't your dude no more.
Well, I am saying he's number 2. Pickens is the number 1 guy right now. He is the number 1 guy. He is super balling. He has been rejuvenated and renewed after he got out of Pittsburgh and went to Dallas, and he's just having a great year. This is the 6th time this season he had multiple catches for over 20 yards in a game. He is the go-to guy, George Pickens. He was the one that jacked him up. His catch was the one that came around.
Yeah. Well, my friend, I'm impressed with your list. It's almost as though you were in my house as I wrote my list.
The same?
It's the exact same.
Get out of here.
It's the exact same. So, wide out minds think alike.
Pickens first. I figured you wouldn't have Pickens first.
Well, yes. And I have my reason.
I had to do it.
I have my reason.
9 targets, 9 receptions.
Not the same. That's not it, but that's close. That's a lot of it. So, Wan'Dale Robinson. Here's the thing that was interesting that you mentioned all the stats about him. I won't go over that. He's dealing with a new quarterback. They're on the road versus a good defense. That's why he's my number 3, because he made the plays when he had to. And it has to be fun playing with Jameis Winston. Now, we look as analysts, ain't no telling what he's going to do. But he makes it interesting.
Ain't no telling what he's going to do, what he's going to say.
He makes it interesting. He makes it entertaining.
Didn't he catch the ball and run the DB over?
Man, that was I laughed every time I saw the replay. When he juked the guy, it was an old school juke move, and he got in the end zone, turned around. I mean, and then went in there and did like he was rolling dice. It was just hilarious. But I love his energy.
He's funny.
And I mean, he's been in the league now, 10 plus years maybe? Never been a real starter, but he makes it happen when he gets in. He does the best he can, and hats off to it. But Wan'Dale Robinson
he actually plays better, obviously, now than he did, his first few years.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot more, and that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah. But you can see that now that he'll come in and win a game for you.
Yeah, and doesn't have the pressure. And so hats off to him, Wan'Dale Robinson. So number 2, Jackson Smith Enigma. Now here's the thing that was funny.
Enigma.
I said Enigma. I'm sure I'm not the only one to jack up his name. So
Irv, look, I jacked it up the first time.
Irv, here's the thing that was interesting. As I'm watching the game, and I'm watching him on the long touchdown pass that he had, he takes his right arm, stiff arms the DB. And draws it back and catches the ball and goes into the end zone and kind of went backwards a little bit. But that was the particular play.
No interference.
No interference. I was shocked.
That was CeeDee Lamb's catch. The long catch he made with the Eagles.
Well, they were hand checking a little bit. I'm going to give that a pass.
He pushed his arm straight out.
But I get
held him there. When the ball came, he let him go, and he held him at bay.
Well, yeah, and then they called it on the Eagles. But that's the kind of stuff that's going on. And like you just mentioned, no consistency in terms of what they're going to call. No consistency. But when the Njigba
there's a lot
did
of hand checking and all that kind of stuff going on downfield, man, that never used to happen. All that hand checking wasn't happening.
Because when you extend your arm, that was an automatic flag.
Automatic.
You can use your chicken wing and get them up off you.
Yeah.
But when you do that,
but you can't do any extending. Yeah,
no.
You can't do any extending. Yep.
So Njigba was my number 2. Now number 1, Pickens. All the reasons that you said, and here's one that really got me. I went back and looked. I'm like, what is the difference with this guy this year versus the years that he was in Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh, he had one out of the 3 years that he was there. He had 1,000-yard season, and then he makes the change over here, and he's leading the team. He's already went over 1,000 yards. He's just and he's not doing any crazy stuff off the field.
Because he's happy.
He's not giving anybody any reasons to talk, to write, anything. Yeah. So whatever mentoring he's got, and I attribute to this is why he's my number one. When I went back and looked at what he did in Pittsburgh and the things that he had with Mike Tomlin, I just think it's maturity. And so that's why I was happy to say, hey, he's number one this week. He's showing maturity. I mean, he's not doing any antics on the field. Nothing.
And it's a change of scenery too. I can testify to that. When
change
I left
is sometimes good. Yes, sir.
And went to Miami. It was all of it was good for me. The whole change of geographically, the change, professionally, all of that was good. And and got into a good situation that was favorable, particularly for wide receivers. That's favorable for wide receivers down there in Dallas. Dak's throwing that ball. He's got a great quarterback throwing the ball.
But let me give you the subplot to this: Mike Tomlin versus Schottenheimer. You see the difference? Mike Tomlin, to me, was trying to mold him into a Pittsburgh Steeler, if you will. Schottenheimer's just letting him that's all part of the whole Dallas allure. Just be yourself.
Yep.
And I think that's a big difference. And I think that's what you're seeing on the field.
Well, he's been set free, and he is playing that way.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a care in the world. Just throw me the ball, and I'll make it happen. And he's a big guy. DBs have a tough time.
Yeah.
Handling him. Getting up in his face and trying to jam him at the line of scrimmage or disrupt the timing on the offense. He's a big guy. He does well against the bump, and most DBs aren't big enough to be able to handle him.
Yeah. Well, that's our picks this week. So we great minds think alike, as they say. Not that our minds are great, but we strive for greatness.
We're almost there.
All right, my friend. All right, so let's go with our 1 o'clock game that we chose. This was the Colts at Kansas City. This was a good game. This was a good game.
Yep, overtime.
Yeah.
Anytime it's overtime, it's a good game. I think the other one was better in overtime. We had Detroit had that big run. Ooh, that was exciting. First play of overtime, 60-some yards. Boom, game over.
But remember now, that defense that he ran through, you and I could have ran through that.
Well, but I mean, okay.
He said okay.
They get paid just like we get paid. So,
all right. So Colts at KC, what you got?
So Chiefs were down 20-9 with 9 minutes left, which is just they've won some games like that this year. They scored on 3 of their 4 final drives, including the game-winning drive in overtime. I think just like now, this week, we're going to talk about the Chiefs in a little bit again for Thanksgiving against Dallas. The Chiefs needed to win that game.
Yeah.
They had to win that game. They were 5-5 going into the game. The Colts were 7-3. The Chiefs had to stay alive. They just had to win. So Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't good at the beginning of the game. He wasn't doing his magic thing. But then when he put his cape on, Doc, when things got tight, he put his cape on and passed for 235 yards after the first half.
Right.
Rashee Rice stepped up to the plate. 2 big catches. One on the game time drive and one more on the drive that put them in position to win the game. But the Colts offense, Mike, the Colts offense, just like the Eagles offense, went cold in the second half. The Colts ran 12 plays in the fourth quarter and overtime together, and they gained 0 first downs.
Yeah.
They just Jonathan Taylor, who'd been running all over the place, the Chiefs were able to handle him. I mean, he had 56-yard, a 27-yard run, I'm sorry, but then they only held him to 56 yards. And Daniel Jones completed only 3 of 9 passes for 17 yards after the third quarter and was lucky that a couple of them wasn't picked off. So the Colts, they got a defensive stop. Colts got a defensive stop. They had the ball at midfield with 5 minutes left, but only gained 1 yard.
Wow. You can fall forward for 1 yard.
Yeah, only gain 1 yard. So the offense, y'all, the offense let the defense down. You can't do that. The defense got tired, and they do. They got to chase and chase and chase. And if the offense doesn't put any kind of string of plays together several times during the game, your defense is going to get tired. The Colts offense had the ball 26 minutes. The Chiefs offense had the ball 42 minutes.
42 minutes, yep.
42 minutes. The defense was tired. You can't blame this game on the defense. The offense lost this game for them. They just fell apart in the second half. And then Patrick Mahomes does what Patrick Mahomes does. You do not want to put the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hands when the game is on the line.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Well, here it is. To piggyback on what you said, in terms of the time of possession, you're exactly right. That was glaring for me. The fact that KC had the ball 42 minutes and Colts had it 26 minutes. I mean, that was big for me. I was like, wow. I mean, that's almost a half of football.
Yeah.
That the Colts didn't have the ball.
Didn't have the ball, right?
Didn't have the ball. So their defense, like you said, yes, they were tired. They were very tired because the biggest thing is Colts, 50 plays. You know how many plays Kansas City had? 91.
91, yeah.
They had 91.
That's 91 plays. Your defense is on the field. Yeah. That's a lot. When you're only averaging, the average for an offense or defensive plays during a game is 65 to 70.
Yeah.
In there somewhere. Between 60 and 70 plays.
Yeah.
But you start getting in the high 70s, that's a lot of plays, man.
But
80 plays.
But in addition to that, guess what? The first half, the Colts lost this game more so for me than Kansas City beat them. They lost it. Like you said, they were up 20-9 going into the fourth quarter.
Right.
20-9.
Right.
KC started off slow. They went the first half, all they got was 3 field goals. I was like, oh, this doesn't look good for KC.
Yeah, right.
And
that's where they got 9 points from, yeah.
The Colts they stopped running the ball. I mean, it wasn't so much that they stopped them. Like you said, Taylor, 16 carries, 58
and
yards.
He had a big 27-yard run.
And they stopped. 11 penalties for 83 yards is big too. When I looked at that, you almost went the length of a football field in penalties. Which KC had 5 first downs from those penalties. So you're talking 5 first downs. Those drives are continuing in the whole 9 yards. So the Colts, in addition to that, you know why the Colts didn't have any turnovers? That's normally a good statistic, but you know why they didn't have any turnovers? Because they ain't have the ball. You can't turn it over if you ain't got the ball. So I mean, you know, yeah. So I'm concerned now. Are the Colts for real? What's going to happen now? You know, when we played dome teams, particularly when we were at outdoor teams.
Bring them outside. Yep.
Bring them outside. So how is the Colts going to fare? Because right now, it don't look like they're going to be home if they make the playoffs. They're going to be on the road somewhere. And so getting them out of that element.
They're not going to be, I don't think they're going to be a threat to anybody in the playoffs. I really don't on the AFC side.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I was not excited, but I was surprised by their play. At one point, they had the best, I think it was 7-1 or something like that. They had the best record in the NFL, and then they lost.
Yeah.
But that is Daniel Jones, man. He's still Daniel Jones. I mean, he was playing well and winning games, but he's still Daniel Jones. Wow. And I just think that he's not enough to carry that team. I mean, they got the running back, Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
They can always, they got play action and all of that. But they got Daniel Jones.
I'm trying to give him the benefit. I'm trying to give him the benefit.
I am too, but I'm still surprised until he does it. I'm thinking Daniel Jones.
Fair. That's fair.
I'm thinking Giants, Daniel Jones.
That's fair. All right, so we got some shout outs. Let's shout out Scott's here. Scott's listening in. Richard Melton showed up. Eddie, Peggy, Billy Bell's here. Mama McGee. Hello, Mama McGee. Loving My Destiny's here. Don's here. Okay. Thank you for listening to us here on Wide Out's World. So we're going to continue, So we Colts and the KC, we're out of the way. Now let's get to your Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. So
Okay,
that's
well. First, I wanted to read what Richard Melton was saying. First
Okay, what
off,
is that?
in Dallas, their number one receiver wears number 88. Well, he better stop dropping balls. Okay, first of all, and dropping touchdown passes. Let's get that straight first. He wants to stay number one. Secondly, Pickens played in the slot in Pittsburgh, and CD plays slot in Dallas. Yes, that's
he
the
played
difference.
some in the slot. He wasn't
Yeah,
exclusively slot.
he wasn't a slot. He played a lot. He was outside more than he was in the slot. He's not a slot receiver because he's too lengthy. He's too long. He's an outside X receiver. He's not a Z receiver that they put in motion all the time. He's an X receiver, weak side receiver that gets a lot of single man coverage.
Right.
So, and CD's always been in the slot. So the change is he's got a good quarterback for one,
Right.
and he's got a change of mind and scenery.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of why he's producing right now. Listen, I didn't realize Dallas's offense going into that game. This game we're talking about Dallas and the Eagles. Their offense was ranked. I think it was the third ranked deep offense in the NFL.
Man, you
I was
gotta
saying
give credit where credit is due.
They were three. Yeah, they were. I didn't realize averaging over 30 points a game. So they tied their biggest comeback ever in franchise history. That's what let me make sure I didn't miss something here. Yeah. I'm looking on
In
another
history.
game. In their history, in their franchise history. They had one other game where they came back from 21 or more points and won the game. And I mean, they could have scored more points than they had in this game. You know, they recovered from a CD Lamb drop, all his drops. That Turpin had a fumble, and Dak Prescott, they're down there close to the end zone. He throws an interception in the end zone. So they left points on the board.
Yeah.
CD Lamb dropped the touchdown. Brandon Aubrey missed only his second field goal of the year.
Yeah.
It was to me, I was impressed. I really was. I knew that this would be a game that would challenge. Yes, the defense and the offense for the Eagles would have to score some points, but I felt as though if they scored 21 points, that the Cowboys would be held to less than 21 by the Eagles defense based on how the Eagles defense had been playing, particularly over the last 4 weeks or so. Man, Dallas offense, 473 yards of offense, man.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, they can't figure it out. Their first 3 drives, they go down and score touchdowns. 20 touchdowns.
I wanted to turn it off. I was like, oh, this is going to be a rout.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's 21-0. Then they did. In less than 20 minutes, the Eagles had 157 passing yards, more than they had in half of the games this season. 3 TDs on first 3 possessions. Watch this. Only 7 first downs in the next 8 possessions and ran only 3 plays in Dallas's territory. That's counting the end of the first half with less than 20 seconds left.
Wow.
Fourth quarter, Jake Elliott missed a field goal. Eagles lost 2 fumbles. And let me tell you about those fumbles, too. And they had 14 penalties.
They got hit. Hit.
Well, let me tell you. But they had 14 penalties, too, which was a big factor.
Yeah.
Pre-snap penalties,
Yes,
just sloppy football. And it caught up to them. It caught up to them. They got a team that was scoring some points, got a couple of new pieces on defense, so they're a little shored up on defense. So I just don't understand how you go out and you score 21 points, then you don't even sniff the end zone for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And when you look at Saquon's fumble, there's a rule in running the ball in terms of where you're supposed to carry the ball. You're supposed to carry the ball in the outside arm.
Okay.
So if you're running down the left sideline, the ball should be in your left arm. If you're running down the right sideline, the ball should be in your right arm. and he carried the ball with his right arm while he's going down the left side, and
But
that's how it
wait
got
a
knocked
minute.
out.
You know he
No, no.
knows that. You know he knows that.
Well, that's why it should have been in his left arm then. If he
Okay.
knows that, then the ball should have been in his left arm. That's what I'm saying. He knows better. The ball should have been in his other arm. The guy couldn't have knocked it out because he was coming from the inside. He wouldn't have knocked it out.
Okay.
He might have tackled him, but he wouldn't have knocked it out. He only was able to knock it out because it was being carried on the inside where all the danger's coming from. And then this cat, I can't remember his name, the knucklehead that fumbled the punt. Listen, I returned punts for 3 years, my sophomore, junior, and senior year in college. I was a starting wingback and a starting punt returner. For my first 9 years in the NFL, I was the starting wide receiver and the starting punt returner.
Where you put your heels on the 10-yard line.
Put
and you
your
don't back
heels on the 10-yard line, and if the ball goes over your head, you do not go backwards. He caught that ball on the 4-yard line.
They don't use that rule of thumb no more. How many times you done seen people do that?
And then when you put your heels on the 10-yard line, if the ball goes over your head, you don't give a false fair catch signal. You go block the dude who's coming down to try to down the ball. You go after him and block him to keep him from getting to the ball so the ball goes into the end zone.
Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. He never should have caught that ball.
Well, he got popped.
But he never should have. It serves him right. He never should have caught the ball. The ball should have been through the end zone. But these are little things. These are little things that they're missing that you got to pay that turn into big things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't catch that ball on the 4-yard line. That ball should have been through. Where are you going to go? And when he got tackled, he was what? On the 12-yard line, 15-yard line, maybe? If the ball goes in the end zone, where do they get it? 25, 30-yard line? Where do they get it? They've changed the rules now.
They didn't change the rule. I done lost count. I done lost track.
I know it's
They changed all
25,
the stuff.
but you at least go get the ball past the 20.
Mm-hmm.
Let the ball go in the end zone. Just dumb mistakes. Dumb mistakes. That fumble should have never happened. I think that's coaching too.
So let me ask you a question. What's wrong with Philly's defense?
What's wrong with Philly's defense?
Yeah.
I don't think anything's wrong with them. I think
you're up 21. You up 21-0, and a team comes back.
I think they're solid. The defense is solid. I think the same thing.
You can't say they're solid. You giving up 21 points.
No, listen.
Okay, I'm
the
listening.
same thing that happened to the Colts defense is the same thing that happened to the Eagles defense. Eagles were going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
Okay.
Defense on the field, getting tired.
Okay.
They had a couple of injuries during the game, and that's all they needed.
All right. Now here's the thing: you can't spot teams 21 points and think it's not a problem. There's a problem. It may be Super Bowl hangover, but there's a problem. When you spot a team 21,
in Philly?
Yeah, there's a problem.
Oh,
that's why I asked you what's
definitely
wrong with the defense.
There's definitely a problem. I'm thinking the same thing as you, or you just mentioned it. Some of these, they're spotted and periodic. Certain things that I see that kind of lead me to believe, okay, the Super Bowl hangover. These cats didn't do what they're supposed to do, and they're not as focused as they should be.
So to your point, here's a couple of things that you just mentioned for us to look at. You mentioned the returner catching the ball on the 4-yard line. You mentioned 14 penalties. The slant that that Pickens had that kind of got him in field goal range. 2 DBs ran into each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in week 12 to have 14 penalties, right?
Yeah. Once you've been up there playing because of the situation, Quinyon Mitchell should not have been playing off that far. He should have been up.
But running into each other, catching the ball, 14 penalties in week 12.
They ran into each other because they didn't position themselves right.
I get it. But this is week 12. That's my point.
Yeah.
These things. What's the saying? Either you're coaching it or you're allowing it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two. There's a problem.
Right.
There's a problem.
Right.
Here's the thing that I want to give Dallas some credit, because Dallas takes a lot of heat. They were down 21-7 at halftime. You talked about CeeDee Lamb. Do you realize that he had 4 receptions? You know how many targets he had? 11.
And how many drops did he have? 3.
He had
He
11
did
targets.
He did that in the first game they played this year
Yes.
against the Eagles. He had three drops.
And they realize if you tag him, he's gonna put the ball down. If you hit him, he's gonna put the ball down. So here's the other thing. I want to give credit to, you know who's smiling right now? It's Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry
yeah,
Jones looks
Jerry
like a
Jones.
genius right now.
You
know why?
He wasn't smiling at halftime.
No, but you look at his two. Now he got 2 bookends at D tackle. He got Quentin Williams from the Jets. Then he got Kenny Clark from the trade at Green Bay. And remember, he also holds the first round picks from the trade.
From the trade, yeah.
I kind of see something now. I kind of see something
if they
now.
if they do something with them, yeah,
Yes.
he looks pretty good right now.
He looks pretty good. So I give credit where credit is due. We'll see. They got a shot. They're going to be interesting to watch. Put it that way.
Well, we'll get a chance to watch them Thursday.
Yeah.
Because they play against the Chiefs Thursday. Mm-hmm. That should be a telltale game for both sides.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs got to win that game, and so does Dallas if they're going to make any difference or try to get into the playoffs.
Yeah. Eddie says that the D is fine. He said it's just a bad game. It happens. No, it ain't, Eddie. Something's wrong. Something's wrong, Eddie.
Well, something is more wrong. Something is more wrong with the Eagles' offense than it is their defense. I think what's happening defensively can be fixed. Vic Fangio is a genius, a defensive genius. Whatever it is, he'll fix it.
Okay.
But man, yeah.
I'm writing it down. You said offense is bad.
The offense has, I don't know how you go from first 3 drives scoring touchdowns and then you just go, you don't even, it's like you're not even on the field anymore.
But this game, you can't say the offense is bad and you score 21 points. You can't say that.
But you got to keep scoring if the other team starts scoring.
Wait.
You got to answer.
Wait. You know as well as anyone, if you put 21 points on the board offensively, you expect the D to do their job, keep them out of the end zone, and you win the game. You put enough points on the board.
That is true. But the defense didn't keep them out, and so therefore the offense has got to do their job and score as well.
Okay. All right. Let's go with
there was a third. Listen, it was 2 minutes left in the game. The game was tied. The Eagles were on their own, I want to say 45, I think it was. It was 3rd and 2. They were spread out. I think they had 3 on the left and 1 or 2 on the right receivers. I can't remember, but there was 3 on the left. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew what was going to happen. They're going to throw the slant. Jalen Hurts was in the shotgun. And this is a problem I have with A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown's hurt. But they're going to throw the slant to him. He can't get off the line of scrimmage. The dude goes up and jams him, and he doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't get off the line of scrimmage to go run a slant. Jalen ends up getting sacked.
Well, no. Remember now, that outside backer, they brought that outside backer into the throwing lane too.
They brought the outside backer into the throwing lane, yes, and he should have threw it to the right because it was one to the right. It was Devontae Smith. He should have threw the ball to the right. He was trying to throw it to A.J., and yes, the backer did undercut it. But A.J. Brown didn't see the backer. He was trying to run his route. He never got clean to run the route.
Because he could have threw it in the second window. Had Brown
he could run past the backer.
Right.
He didn't get off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, listen, if you gonna talk and make comments and cryptic tweets and things like that about not getting the ball, you need to be on your game all the time then. Okay. You need to be out there burning it up when you're out there. You can't be somebody who's out there making mistakes and not getting jammed up by a little DB. You're supposed to be the man. Particularly when you know they're coming to you and the game is on the line and you got an opportunity to put this game away. Got that first down, they would have gotten in across the 50 and probably close enough to try at least a field goal to win the game.
Okay, that's fair.
That was a big play, and it was piss poor effort on his part.
Piss poor. All right, man. Let's go Monday night.
You don't remember that? Who used
Yeah.
to say that? Somebody piss poor ever.
I had a whole bunch of coaches say that. All right, Monday night, Carolina at the 49ers. No, wait, I'm sorry. Let me back it up. Let me back up the train. Sunday night, we need to recap Sunday nights. The Bucks at the Rams. That was a hot mess. I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm thinking this is going to be a great game.
No, the Rams. I did too. This Rams just ran away with it.
Man,
Matthew Stafford is the bomb, bro. That's all. They lit. They lit.
They look
them
really
up.
good. They look really, really,
Yes,
really
they do.
good. They had
They
the
lit 'em up.
Bucks. They had the Bucks. Remember Roberto Duran, the boxer?
Oh yeah.
Remember when
No
Sugar
mas.
Ray Leonard had him saying no mas?
No mas.
No mas. That's exactly how the Bucks look. The Bucks look like no mas.
They were done. Yeah,
They was
just
done
please
early.
stop.
Early.
Listen, the Rams are the only team right now that look better than everybody else.
Yeah. At
There-
least
if
that
there's a
night
team-
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a team that is starting to separate from the rest of the NFL, looking like the better team. Because people are saying the Eagles are still the best team in the NFL. I don't know about that right now.
Yeah.
They're not playing like it, and the Rams are playing like it
Yeah.
because they're consistently putting up numbers. They're consistently making big plays. They're playing a little more consistent in terms of the upper echelon of teams in the NFL. They're starting to separate themselves. And this, there's what, 7 games left, 6 games left in the season.
Yeah. 6.
They're going to be a problem for everybody that they play.
I mean, 31 points in
stay
the first
healthy.
half. 31 points. Here's the thing for
It's going to be a problem.
me.
Matthew Stafford chalked that ball, man. He's in the top space for MVP of the league right now.
Here's when I knew it was a wrap. And this was early. The tight end bobbled the ball, and the DB just took it from him and went for a pick six.
I saw
was like,
that, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Yep, it's
and,
over.
and it just ripped his heart out when he took the ball. And it just seems as though anything that the Bucks had just went right down the tube with that. I was like, and it was a wrap. So, and then here's the thing. Think about when you were playing wide receiver and you knew just based on watching film, you got a DB out there that's a lame duck. Every time Adams went out there, he did the little stanky leg at the line. It wasn't no great move. He did it on the goal line. Then he did it on the long one. He gave him the same move. Same move.
He had a little duck out there. Yep.
And he knew, and McCullum was just swimming to try and catch up. I was like, why are y'all putting this guy in man to man? And Adams
all
is
they
just
had.
eating him up.
That's all they had. They couldn't do anything else.
Man, double him. I mean, he's killing you. So yeah.
They probably couldn't double him. He's on his own.
Well, they're a man-to-man team. I mean, they
Right.
was trying to stop the run. That's what they do.
Better get some man-to-man defensive backs, some man-to-man corners.
Because all he did now is what? Guess what? We're copycat league. They're gonna be
get
after
smoked
him.
the rest of. You're gonna get smoked the rest of the rest of the season. Picking on that guy. That's
Yeah, man. So,
Dory Jackson the same way with the Eagles. Oh my gosh.
yeah. All right, so let's go Monday night. Carolina at the 49ers. What you think?
Panthers are 1 game out of first place in the
Tampa.
NFC South. Yeah. Watch this. The 49ers defense. Well, let me say this. Bryce Young is looking like the first round draft choice that they wanted him to look like. So last week against the Falcons, he threw for 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 123.3 QB rating. His best game ever.
Yep.
Now, the 49ers have their people back. Purdy's back, just got back. Kittle's back. Christian McCaffrey's back. Purdy threw for 200 yards, 3 TDs, 133.5 rating against Arizona last week. 41 points, big time. 4 for 5 in the red zone. But the 49ers defense gave up 452 yards and 2 TDs against Brissett, which is he threw for 40. He had 47 completions. That's the most a quarterback has ever had in the history of the NFL.
Are you saying Carolina got a shot? Are you saying Carolina got a shot?
In the history. Let me just
Are
say,
you
in the
saying
history.
Carolina got a shot?
If Yeah, they got a shot. If Brissett
If
can
it's a
put that up
fifth,
with
if was
Arizona,
a fifth, go ahead. I'm listening.
I think Bryce Young and the Panthers are a little bit better team than Arizona.
Okay.
Now the Panthers defense didn't handle Drake London quite well, or Rashawn Robinson. He had 104 yards rushing. But man, yeah, I'm going to give it to the 49ers only because the 49ers are at home.
Okay. All right.
And the Panthers didn't handle Robinson very well. And Christian McCaffrey's a whole nother animal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna pick the 49ers because they're at home. But the Panthers, but they got to get their defense together.
Yeah.
Giving up 452 yards against Arizona? Come on, man.
They're playing better. They got a run game with Dowdle. Rico Dowdle was running the ball well. But Bryce Young's not going to throw for that many yards against 49ers. He's just not. He'll be back down to earth a little bit. So I'm not expecting.
Look, Brissett did.
Well, yeah.
Brissett did, and I see them kind of the same.
Okay. All right. But I don't think he's going to light it up like that. They're at home. They don't have an answer for C-Mac as a dual threat. So I'm going with the 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers.
Yep.
And then this is the first time they said that C-Mac is facing Carolina since they traded him in 2022, which I think was the dumb move. That was a dumb move. Yeah, I didn't realize this is the first time.
That's weird. That's old news now. He ain't thinking nothing about that.
Yeah.
That's not. He can't use that as motivation. That's too many years ago.
All right, my friend.
Factor in.
All right. So let's go with our Thursday games. This is Turkey. What'd you say?
It's 8:00.
We're getting there. So
it's 8:00 now.
7:56. Your watch is fast.
No, it's 8:56. Okay, it's 8:56. We got time. My bad.
All right, Thursday games and Friday games. This is turkey games on Thursday. So when you get done with your turkey, you got some turkey games.
I promise you, I'm gonna be asleep on one of these games. For one of these games, I'm missing one of these games, Doc. I'm gonna be asleep.
Okay.
And it's probably gonna be the one that I don't need necessarily. And the Bengals Ravens. That's the late game. I'll be asleep for then.
Okay. All right. So let's give me your picks. Green Bay at Detroit.
Packers. Green Bay is at Detroit. Packers are at the Lions. Packers are 7-3-1. Lions are 7-4. It's a big good game. They beat the Giants in OT. The Lions and Packers just beat Minnesota. Minnesota's not. Minnesota ain't all that.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the Lions.
They
have a little bit more offensively than the Packers do. Yeah. And I think their defense is just as good as the Packers defense, although the Packers defense is good.
Okay.
They're good defense.
I'm going with Detroit as well. I think Detroit at home on Turkey Day. The running game looked good last week. I expect it to look good against Green Bay, although they got Micah. But, you run Micah up the field, I can still, run between the tackles. And
Micah's not known for his run stopping.
Right.
He's known for his quarterback sacking.
So KC at Dallas.
This is a tough one, man. Dallas is 5-5-1. They got a chance. I guess they believe they got a chance.
I ain't scared of it. I'll tell you, Dallas is going to win. KC has not looked good, man.
The Chiefs have a lot of holes, man.
Yeah.
And they're Patrick does at times pull off Patrick Mahomes magic, but Dallas is running high.
They're riding high. They're riding high right now.
They're running high right now.
Yeah.
So, and they're used to this whole short week Thanksgiving Thursday thing. So, and they're at home, as they always are on Thanksgiving. So, Dallas is going to take this game. It's going to go down to the wire, but Dallas will take this game.
Okay. All right. We're 2 for 2. Cincy at Baltimore, the one you're going to be asleep on.
Yeah, I'll be asleep. But I think the Ravens will win this game. Yeah. Bengals just lost to the Patriots. Patriots are good. That Drake May, man. That he's good. He's a good quarterback.
Well,
But
since
the
he may
Bengals
get
are
their quarterback, he may come back, but he's going to be rusty.
The Bengals are 3-8, man. They ain't
Well, I'm
going
just saying
nowhere.
he may.
All they
he's
can
supposed to
do
come
right
back.
now, just like we used to do when we had a record like that, try to play the
Mess it up for
spoiler.
everybody else.
Yeah, try to mess it up for whoever else is, whoever we're playing. We're gonna try to mess it up for you. So, and the Ravens are right there. This is a game the Ravens got to win because they're right there on the edge too, 6-5. So
Yeah.
this is a must game. Rest of their games this season are must games.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they're at home. The Ravens.
Okay. Your Friday
All the
game.
home teams so far.
Your Friday game.
This is gonna be. This is the Bears are 8-3.
Maybe you'll wake up and go to the game
No, I ain't.
out of your nap.
Friday?
Yeah.
I ain't going to that game. Be right in front of my TV watching the game. I'll do my show at 7:00, the Fryar place, and then watch the game at 8. They just beat the Bears. Just beat, and they beat them physically.
Yeah.
Beat Pittsburgh, which is impressive.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one. Caleb Williams threw 3 TDs last week against Pittsburgh, but they had to overcome 2 lost fumbles and a bunch of penalties, and they still won that game against Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. The Eagles are a problem, man. The Eagles have a. I'm gonna pick the Bears.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears.
Okay. For the reasons that I can't. I think Philly will rebound. They're at home. I'm not so sure. I like Caleb Williams. I like Ben Johnson, what he's doing with the team. I just don't know that the youth of that team can go into Philly, the defending Super Bowl champions, and win, especially after Philly just got beat.
Eagles are not playing like defending.
I understand that.
Super Bowl
I
champs.
agree. I agree with
It's
all
a
that.
Short week.
But they've been spotty. They'll come out, they'll play well this week. The next week they won't play. I just don't see Chicago going to Philadelphia. I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Well,
So even though they're
I
playing
don't want
well,
to pick Eagles. I'm just trying to. They got a lot of issues, man. They got a lot of issues.
well, I just think they're going to respond.
I'm making this pick like I had money on it. So, not from my heart. My heart wants Philly to win, but man, they got to get it together, man. They got some really big issues on the offensive side of the ball because what's happening, and particularly because they got all that talent, and I know it starts up front. They got some problems up front on their offensive line, but they got issues, bro. They do. They got to get it together, and they only have 2 days. What the game is Thursday, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, almost Tuesday already.
Well, everybody's on a short week. I mean that everybody's on a short week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How much are they going to fix?
Okay.
How much are they going to fix from Sunday, from yesterday, going into Thursday? How much are they going to be able to improve
We'll see.
to right the ship? Because the ship's
see.
going in the wrong direction right now.
Maybe he's going to start
Super
putting
Saiyan.
AJ Brown's going to start going in motion. They're going to start moving him around.
He's hurt, man. I think that's why he's not
Think he's
moving the
hurt?
way he used to move. I believe with a hamstring. I think he's still dealing with that hamstring. He's out there playing just like any of us would be, but he's not explosive like he's been. He'll catch a ball and he's not really making guys miss or running guys over like we've seen in the past. I think he's hampered or hindered by that hamstring, and he's out. He's toughening it out, which is what we do. He's toughening it out, and hats off to him for that. Okay. But you can see he's a different player than he was in the earlier part of the year or even last year.
All right, brother Moran. Well, all right, brother. Well, it's a wrap. Let me say, can you see the shout out so we can shout him out before we go home? Bring it on home.
Since y'all loving my destinies in the house, Richard, we didn't pay much attention to Richard Melton. Richard, we didn't get the chance to talk to you since the Bills got beat by the Texans, got the brakes beat off them, got beat up and spit out, chewed on like a bunch of pack dogs. They were wolves after, boy, they were killing Josh Allen. Okay, I got all that in. Eddie Casper's in the house. Billy Bell's in the house. Who else? Let me see. Richard Melton, Billy Bell, Eddie Casper, Howard Taylor, Pastor Taylor, what's good? Scott Teller is in the house. Thanks, guys, for being on and supporting us. My mother's in the house. Hey, Mom. How you doing? Love you. Dawn is in the house. Hey, Dawn, if she's still on or not. And Loving My Destiny. There's a bunch of people on.
So in
Richard
honor
Melton's
of Turkey
crying right now.
in
Richard
honor of
Melton's
Turkey
crying.
Day, Irv, in honor of Turkey Day, I found this. You're gonna love this.
Uh-oh.
You ready? I'm gonna show it to you. Show
Lord
it to you.
Jesus.
There it is right there. Did
What's
you see
that?
that?
Is it Eagle Turkey?
No. So you know who's in the suit?
Who's in the suit?
Yours truly.
That's you?
Yeah. This
What
was
is
a
he doing?
it was a charity. It was a charity for Give Kids the World here in Orlando. And so it was a charity function. So they needed a turkey, and I was the turkey in the suit. Boy, I was hot. That was my turkey.
Was it hot in the suit?
It was hot in the suit. I was the turkey. So the kids enjoyed. The kids terminally ill, and so they had fundraisers. They had events for them. So I went in as the turkey.
Okay.
So that was turkey.
All right, Mr. Turkey.
Yes, sir.
So you learn how to put a picture up on the screen. You getting there, bro. You getting there, man. Mr. Engineer.
Yeah,
He's getting there.
Every now and then I'll get lucky and hit the right button. So
He's getting it down. That's all right. Yep. Just keep experimenting, brother.
Yes,
It'll
sir.
happen.
All right, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. This Wideouts World Week 12. We appreciate you watching.
man.
Appreciate you being a part of our analysis and predictions. We will see you, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Same time, same channel next week. I'm Michael Timpson. This is Irving D. Fryar, and the D stands for doggone it. All right.
Doggone it.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Wideouts World.
Wideouts World. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
This has been Wideouts World.
Touchdown.
The legends, Irving Fryar and Michael Timpson. Are you freaking kidding me? If it's football talk you're looking for, I think we've got you covered. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on YouTube at Wideouts World. See you next time.
Let's go. Let's go. Go.